All right, so I'm out here at Waterfront Park in Trenton, New Jersey, speaking with Aaron Loup. And Aaron, off to a very tremendous start here in 2012 for the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. 0 ERA through 13 games thus far. I just want to get your thoughts on what you attribute to the early success here at AA.
I don't know. I just go out there. Last year they dropped me down, got a new arm slot, ever since then it's been working really well for me. And just out there, I just basically go out there and battle and do what I can, and really just pitch to my strengths is basically what I do.
Now, just talk about that. Maybe scout yourself a little bit as far as the pitch repertoire goes. Maybe what do you consider your strengths or your out pitches there?
My strengths, I like to think I have a pretty good fastball. I use it, work both sides of the plate, and basically just to set up my slider. My slider is basically my out pitch, especially to lefties.
Okay. Now, fastball, slider there, is that the full menu?
Fastball, slider, and changeup.
Okay. Now, where does your velocity-wise, where does the fastball sit, and what's the variance between that and the change?
Fastball is usually anywhere from about 88 to 90, 91. The changeup's usually, if I had to say, I'd probably say 81, 82, somewhere in there, I guess. I'm not really sure.
Sounds really good. And now you're a lefty guy and likely used as a situational guy mostly, but you do have 11 saves as a pro. Is there any preference for a slot out there in the bullpen?
I love to be in the game when it's close. That's what. I actually got a few saves last year. I saved a few games. I actually like doing that. But anywhere toward the back half of the game where it's kind of close and the game's on the line is really where I like to be.
Outstanding. And I wanted to get your thoughts on playing for New Hampshire this year. I was just talking to AJ, and he was telling me it's a little bit of a minimalized crowd up there with the weather. It's been pretty chilly. But I've talked to guys in the past who really compliment the fans up there, more or less being in what would be considered Red Sox country. How do you feel about the fans up there, maybe even the facilities, the community up there?
Oh, it's a great place. I like it a lot. It's a good step up from where we was in high last year, because down there in the Florida State League we didn't get too many fans, I guess, with it being so hot. And I guess this year they said the fans have not been there yet, I guess because of the cold, and we've been getting a lot of bad weather, misty rain and cold. But they say they get a good crowd, and I've had a blast so far. I love it up here.
Sounds great. And now you're a Louisiana guy, and I want to get your thoughts on maybe who were some of your favorite players or who you looked up to in baseball growing up.
Some of the favorite players, let's see. Growing up, we didn't have too many teams on TV to watch growing up, like locally, so we watched a lot of Houston games, a lot of Brave games. And basically I grew up watching with my grandpa, watching Smoltz, Maddox, and all the guys with the Braves is basically the team I grew up watching.
Did you ever get to see a guy like your manager, Sal Fasano, playing any games growing up?
Actually, I did. I watched him, and when I found out he was our manager in Lansing 2 years ago in 2010. It was the first chance I had to play with him. I love playing for him. A great, great manager.
Really cool. I also wanted to maybe just go a little bit more in depth there with, in the system, maybe it's Sal, maybe it's other names, but who would you attribute to, giving you the most help or being most beneficial to you as you've progressed professionally with the Toronto system?
Really, it's been everybody I talked to that have kind of helped me out the most along the way. Sal's definitely helped out a lot, being with him 2 years, because he doesn't also teach you the mechanics of pitching, but he teaches you all facets of the game, everything to do with the game as far as pitch sequences, different situations during the game, what not to do, what to do, how to read swings on hitters, just basically anything and everything.
Sounds great. And, I've coached Babe Ruth League age kids, age 13 to 15 in the past, and kind of want to get some thoughts from you on, if you had the opportunity to speak to kids that age that were hoping to play baseball beyond high school, whether it was college or professionally, what types of advice would you give to kids that age?
Nothing. Basically just work hard is all you really can do, and if you think you can play well, and for me my dream was always to play in the big leagues, so for me it was always about following my dream. I say if you're going to dream big is what I always say, basically. So just go out and work hard is all you really can do and do your best.